good morning, and welcome to the Aired Out podcast from Fly on the Wall Productions on Facebook and YouTube and streamed everywhere you get your podcasts, on the web at airedoutvt.com. Oh, yes, Woodland Studios is working on a new website for us, and we should have that launched here, I'm guessing, in the next week or two. Maybe a pinch more, but I'll be letting you know. Birthdays today: Katie LaFont, Gina Morris, Jessica Simmons, Connor Rideout, Hannah Waterbury, TJ Vale, Doug Blair, Doug Gordon. Might be the same Doug. I don't know. Dustin Dow. Sugar Makers. Really doesn't get any better than this. Today we're looking at near 60 degrees. Going to be beautiful. With mostly cloudy skies, starting out with a pretty sunny morning, actually. But, yeah, near 60 today. 19 and cloudy tonight. Tomorrow, mid-30s with sun at the start, clouds in the afternoon, and Thursday, morning snow showers and 40 by lunchtime. Still great sap running weather. Deb Phillips with us this morning from the World. Good morning, Deb. Are you there? Oh, we lost her somehow. I'm not sure how, but we'll see if we can try her again. As you know, on Tuesdays, the World newspaper comes out.
Good morning, JD.
Good morning, Deb. There you are. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What do we? Fantastic. Thanks for asking. What do we expect in the World today?
Well, it's time to play Who's Who in Central Vermont, which we have our readers identify whose photo goes with which business. They submit their entries, and the one with the one or two with the most correct answers could win either a $50 or $25 gift certificate from one of the 21 participating businesses.
Wow, very nice. You guys have done stuff like this in the past. You really engage your readers, your audience, and I love that.
Yes, well, we enjoy doing that, and it's very helpful to the businesses as well.
What else can we expect?
Well, we are going to be honoring Kim Boldock. The Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce is having a St. Patrick's Day breakfast on Monday, March 17th at the Barry Elks Lodge from 8 to 9:30. And Kim is being honored from Boldock Metal Recycling.
I can't wait for that. I'll be there that morning. I'm sure you and Gary will be as well.
Oh, yes, definitely. We're looking forward to it.
And what a great lady. You talk about somebody that works hard. That's been in their family for the longest time, Boldock Metal Recycling.
Yes, and she's very involved in the community, which is wonderful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I can't wait for Chris to bring by my World paper today, Deb. I look forward to it, and thank you so much for sponsoring Aired Out, and I look forward to chatting with you every Tuesday morning.
Great. Thank you, JD.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Deb. We'll talk to you soon. D4 girls semifinals last night. Long Trail took out Williamstown 40-36. It was a nail-biter for sure. Let's see. West Rutland taking out Arlington 61-30. There are so many games going on and so much happening. I have sitting right next to me right now the one, the only, Jason Trombley. Good morning, buddy. How the hell are you, man?
Good. How you doing, bud?
I'm so glad to see you, man. You look dapper. You always look so... dude, you're one of these guys that, like, you never change. You haven't put on 50 pounds like some people.
I don't know about that,
Well,
but I appreciate it.
Man, I got to give a shout out to you and to Chris Olsen over at Montpelier Mazda, your cohort there. You guys are changing the world. You are, I said when you guys finally came on into the market here and built this new amazing dealership over on Route 2, just on the other side of the roundabout there. When I first pulled in there, I was seriously wowed. I know you've heard that from other customers. They walk in there, they're like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, It's quite the place.
This isn't some like little barn that you guys kind of fixed up, and I mean, this is a state-of-the-art building.
Yeah, there was no expense spared. That every single thing that there could be there is there. I mean, we're really a one-stop shop.
Oh, yeah. Now, Chris, he's the GM. Chris Olsen, he's the GM on the Mazda side.
Yep.
And you're the GM on the Volkswagen side.
Yep.
What separates you? Guys are in the same building. What separates you?
Big firewall. You can't get from there. What's the old saying? You can't get from there to here.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. There's when we built the building, the manufacturers really it's one rooftop, but it's two separate dealerships, two separate service centers, two separate service drives.
Wow.
The only thing connecting them is there's a fire door that separates the shops that connects to, but you can't go from one showroom to the other without walking out the front door and down the drive into Mazda.
Wow. I have to tell you, and I was over there yesterday browsing around, and I do, as people know, when they watch Aired Out, they know that I pop over there and showcase some of the vehicles. I was blown away yesterday and the other times when I took a gander around your lot. You guys have an incredible number of beautiful vehicles that are sitting right there.
Yeah, we have, on the Volkswagen side, we have over 170 new Volkswagens in stock, ready to go, between 3 different lots. We have our 2 lots at the store, and then we have our holding lot down the road. So,
wow.
Any make, model options, I mean, you want it, we got it.
So there's another lot that you just say you call it your holding lot?
Yeah.
That's like serious overflow.
Yeah, between us, Mazda, and the GMC store across the street, we have 250 plus cars over there.
That's amazing, dude.
A lot of them are Volkswagens, but
yeah,
there's a pile of Mazdas too.
Listen, I know that Vermonters traditionally love Subarus, but I'm telling you, man, Volkswagen is like right there, becoming Vermont's next most popular car.
Yeah, we're trying to stake our claim, let people know we're here. And we want to help. We don't want to just sell you one car. We want to sell you all your cars. So
right. German made. I mean, this is something that is. I got a friend who will only buy a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that once they buy a Volkswagen, they don't even entertain anything else. They just
keep
coming back, and we appreciate it.
What's the buzz on the Buzz is massive.
Yeah,
and it was. I remember when I was over there, and you guys. I think it was you that was telling me, we're getting this. It's coming. It's coming, and you finally got it. And man, it's like everybody is talking about the Buzz. Volkswagen decided to kind of bring back a little nostalgia.
Yeah. What's old is new again. They brought back the old VW bus, but they brought it into today's day and age, and it's all electric.
Full
electric.
And 4-wheel drive.
Yep. Available all-wheel drive. You can also get it rear-wheel drive, too. So.
Oh. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that. I'm hoping there's going to be a time when we can test drive this thing and roll the windows down.
Yeah. You say the day we'll set some classic tunes in there and relive yesteryear.
Wow. So, and I've looked through it. I mean, you've got it there in the showroom. All the doors are opened up, and your media guy Cam has done such an amazing job filming that thing and showing people what it looks like. Can you sleep in it? I mean, is that a dumb question?
I'm sure you could. There's plenty of room inside of it.
Yeah. So what's the deal? How many passengers does this new Volkswagen?
It's a 7-passenger. So I mean,
7-passenger.
Yeah, you got plenty of room. But if you don't need it all, you can fold down the back seats flat and third row seats flat and put down the second row seats. We're not sure, but I think you can get pretty close to a sheet of 4x8 plywood in the back of that thing.
I saw you guys. I saw you guys were. I can't remember. Your sales guy there, Dave. He's outstanding.
Yeah,
he's great. He was talking about that. I think.
Yeah. That was one of the videos that him and Cam did.
Well, I'm sure if someone tries to get a piece of 4x8 plywood back there, you may tap the brakes on that as a demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We'll measure it out before we stick it in.
Exactly. Maybe get a cardboard
Right.
a template going.
Yeah, exactly.
but this is what a vehicle, man.
Yeah, it's got every stitch of technology you would want in a car, and it doesn't feel. I've driven one myself, and it doesn't feel like you're driving something that's as big as it is, because when you walk up to it, it's a statement piece. I mean,
Yeah.
it's tall, it's long, it's
Yeah, it's really.
it's a lot. But when you're driving it doesn't drive like a big car. You don't feel like you're driving a bus. No
Yeah.
pun intended, but it's definitely a different experience.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's just so beautiful. I mean, when I look in this thing, I'm like, oh my God, the detail, the leather. I mean, everything in
Yeah,
it is
they took a long time to put together. I mean, this was 3, 4, or 5 years in
in the making.
the making before they ran it out. So
What is so popular right now? And of course, we're going to check in with Chris here in a little bit as well. But what else is buzzing right now? I saw one of the cars that I saw on the lot yesterday that literally made my head turn, and I got out of my vehicle and went over and took a picture of this thing. Is the new, and I was like, wow, what is that? Should have known, but it was a Jetta.
yeah, so Jetta's got a small facelift in 2025. We have a pile of them down there. This month you can lease a brand new Jetta Sport, and it's not a base model car. It's got plenty of features. $339 a month, 36 months, no money down. I mean, we're not gonna play any games with you. There's no tricks. It's 36 months, no money down, $339 a month. Come on, take your pick. Any Jetta Sport we got on the lot.
Oh my God, zero down.
Yep, zero down.
So basically, if you got decent credit, you can get yourself into one of these vehicles. And how many miles a year are we talking about?
10,000 miles a year.
10,000.
30,000 miles for the term of the lease.
What a beautiful car that is. And it's got some kick to it.
It'll go.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I wouldn't mind test driving one of those too. So the Jetta and the Jetta Sport.
Yep.
Beautiful. Tell me about the Tiguan's. Is that one of the most popular models that's moving?
And at our store, it's one of our flagship vehicles, and we have a pile of them down there. Right now, 60 months, 0%. Qualified buyers on all Tiguan's. I mean, 0% doesn't come around all that often anymore, and to have the opportunity to get it for 5 years, it's literally free money. So it's keep the money in your bank account and don't pay anybody to borrow the money.
Yeah. My buddy who loves Volkswagens, he loves the older ones. He's got a 67 Beetle convertible.
Yep.
And he tends to lean toward the older models, but even he is like, wow, man, look at these new Volkswagens. I mean, if you grab a brochure and take it home and thumb through it over the weekend, you're probably going to want to test drive something come Monday.
Yeah. Tell him stop down. You can take a look at the 74 in the showroom. So.
Yeah, which has been lightly modified. But
yeah.
What's the story with that, by the way? Where did you guys get that?
So Abel picked that up down in Florida. It's a 74 Volkswagen Bug conversion. So the easiest way to describe it is if, like, you remember the old Chevy panel vans way back in the day. So it's like that. It's still got all the same. It still looks like a Volkswagen Bug. It just looks like it got stretched a little bit.
That's so cool, man. And he picked that up? Abel got that?
Yep.
Wow. I want to ask you about the Taos here, too. That is a popular sell.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive.
Yep, all-wheel drive. That's like your entry-level crossover. Step above the Jetta, a little bit more size, a little bit wider, but all-wheel drive capability. We sell a lot of those, too. And this month, you can lease one of those for $387 a month. Again, 10,000 miles a year. No money down.
Yeah.
We have the inventory, and the best way to sell is just give people good deals. I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, right. And that's what I love about you guys. There's no BS. You come in there and you just break it down, and service after the sale is massive.
Yeah, we want to be transparent with customers every step of the way through the process, because, like I've said it before to I don't know how many customers. I mean, going to buy a car is like going to the dentist. It's something nobody really wants to do. It's something you have to do.
Sure.
But if you're honest with people right from the beginning and you listen and you
That's it.
take into account what they need, it makes everything so much easier and kind of lets their guard down and lets them know you're on their team and you just want to help.
Sure. Yeah, I love that about you guys. You're all like that, and I think you really train your staff to have that mindset.
Yeah, we try and take a different approach to it. Nobody likes salesmen.
Yeah.
But everything I tell people is just make a friend. I mean,
Yeah.
and start there and just listen. And
Sure. Just listen and say, here I am. Call me anytime you want.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Let's chew on it. There's no pressure. You know.
Right, you're gonna be hearing from them even after you buy a car, a month down the road, 6 months down the road, 2 years down the road. I mean, we're gonna stay in contact with you and make sure that we're not just like I said, not just gonna sell you one car. We want
Right.
to make sure if you ever have any problems, we're always there. You can always stop down. I don't care if it's a year and a half later and your Bluetooth's disconnected and you can't remember how to fix it. And
Yeah.
I mean, come on down. We'll go through the car with you again. And
Yeah. It's relationships.
yeah, it has to be.
That are key. Yeah.
I mean, word of mouth is the best advertiser and doesn't cost you anything to treat people right and just.
Well, the other thing is, you live locally, so it's like you're bumping into your customers while you're out grocery shopping. Or
Oh yeah, I'm right here. I'm
right
really
here?
right here in central Vermont.
Right.
I'm not going anywhere. So.
Exactly. And I love that. You look people in the eye, you give them a firm handshake, and you're honest right from the get-go, and that's key. It seems like there's two kinds of people that are buying cars these days, and maybe I'm wrong, and you can correct me if I am, but there's the person who just wants to get in a vehicle. Maybe their kids are all grown up. Maybe they don't have any kids. Whatever. They just want something small. They want something with some zip. They want to have some fun. They want to maybe let the top down. Whatever. That they want to enjoy driving from a recreational standpoint. And then there's the other person who's got the family, got the kids. We got a schedule. We got a routine.
Oh yeah.
We got softball practice. We got hockey. We're going, and let's go. Get in the car. We're moving. We don't have time for any of this. we're stopping off at the fast food place, whatever, and it's go time.
Mm-hmm.
We need something that's functional.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I say we literally have something for everybody, whether it be need a jet or your kids are going off to college, first car.
Yeah.
I mean, house, like you said, where people, maybe your kids are gone and you want to just downsize a little bit. Or if your family's growing and you need an Atlas, we got third row there. Or if you want a larger SUV and you don't need a third row, we have the Atlas Cross Sport, which is still going to give you all those great features in that size.
Wow.
Just with the reliability. You don't need a third row seat. It's not there.
Wow. Interesting.
So we really have something for everybody. It's just we come down, we find out the situation, and find out what you need in a vehicle.
What's your life like?
Right. Tell us what you're going to use the car for. Do you like going on vacations? Do you have baseball? Do you have softball?
Do you live on a dirt road?
Right, exactly.
Right. Or are you highway driving?
Right, because people come in and what they want might not necessarily be what they need. So that's why I always tell guys, just listen to what they're saying and show them what they want, but say, well, when I heard you said you did this, maybe take a look at this. And then it'd be something that they never even thought about before.
Sure. You'll get people in there that are going through a midlife crisis.
I'm heading towards one myself, so.
Honey, it's not, this motorcycle is not a want, it is a need.
It's a necessity.
It is a necessity. I have to have it. We're going to be in trouble if I don't have it.
Right.
But this House SE all-wheel drive, 36-month lease, $387 a month.
Yeah.
No money down.
No money down. That's an all-wheel drive car. It's going to get you all the features you need. It comes well equipped. It's got leather. It's got heated seats. It's got, I mean, these aren't, like I said, they're not base model cars.
Sure.
It's not your grandmother's roll-up windows, cloth
Right.
seats, and
Right.
I mean,
What do you and Chris, and I'll ask him here, we're going to bring him on here in just a second, but what do you guys say to people that are like, oh, I'm probably not going to get the zero down, my credit's not that great, or at least I don't think my credit's that great, or I really don't know if my credit is decent? What do you say to those people?
let's take a look at it. Let's try. I mean, you can't walk into a place and say, well, I'm not going to do it, and then not at least try. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You spent your time coming down. You spent your time driving the car. Don't let what you think could happen ruin something that.
Yeah, that might happen.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, love that. What is it, 2.9% for up to 60 months?
2.9 for up to 60 months on the Taos as well. So if your lease isn't your flavor, I mean, you still get low rate financing that in this day and age. I mean, hold on to it because, I mean, rates still haven't come back down to anywhere near where they were years prior. So
the Taos S, that's the all-wheel drive one.
Yep. The Taos, I think all the ones we have there are all-wheel drive. S is your entry level, so that's going to give you, I mean, I say entry level, it's still got all the power options, keyless entry, everything like that. So, I mean, we don't like to use the word base model because it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
It's your entry level.
Entry level.
It's your entry level, but it still comes well equipped. We have the SCS, the SEs, the SE Blacks. I got some SCLs. So, I mean, got colors, which Volkswagen isn't notoriously known for having a broad color palette.
Yes.
So we got some colors. Come down and take a look at them. Like I said, we literally have something for everybody.
This Wolfsburg edition
Yes.
for the Tiguan, tell me about that.
Yeah, so the Wolfsburg is something that Volkswagen does right as like they're getting ready to move into like a model refresh. So they'll do an edition what's called the Wolfsburg, and what they do is try and stuff a bunch of features into a Tiguan and keep the price point low. And so Wolfsburg is going to have power liftgate. It's going to have heated seats. It's going to have sunroof. It's going to have leather. It's going to have
Power liftgate?
navigation. Yeah, I mean, it's stuffed with features, and you're not paying a premium for it.
The power liftgate is something that I was talking about for that Wolfsburg edition the other day on the air. And I was saying for guys like me that have some orthopedic issues. And I was just saying, I think Thursday or Friday last week, that the left arm, it doesn't go any higher than this. Mm-hmm. That's it right there. Right arm a little bit more, but not much more. And to have that, I know I'm sounding like an old guy, man, but to have that luxury of being able to hit a button and it's going down, I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, it gives you, that Wolfsburg gives you a lot of the features that people don't think that they can afford because they think it's going to cost them too much money, but it keeps it at a price point where it's really a consumer car. I mean,
yeah.
It's a premium car, but you're not paying a premium price for it.
Yes. I have a car now. For the first time in my life, I have heated seats.
You'll never get away from them now.
That's what I was just going to say. I don't know how I'm ever going to not do it now.
You won't.
And then I got another friend of mine, and he's like, yeah, but does it have the heated steering wheel? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, once you do that, you're not going to be able to go back.
No, you won't.
But it's a beautiful rig. It really is. MontpelierVolkswagen.com. Can you shop and browse the inventory right there from home and get a basic feel for what you might be looking at?
Yeah, online anytime, MontpelierVolkswagen.com. Search the inventory. I mean, we even have a feature on our website where you can build your own deal.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty much start to finish, fill out your credit application, it gets sent right over to us, and you say, this is what I'm looking at. If you have a trade, give you an idea, but we really like to see it to make sure that we're giving you the appropriate amount of money for it, because it could be more.
Yeah.
But you can build your deal, soup to nuts, I like to call it, and
yeah,
save yourself some time because,
Right.
like I said, nobody wants to spend
Sure.
all day shopping.
You
for a
know,
car.
every time I come over there, what I love is when I step onto the lot. You guys aren't like the doors aren't flying open, and you got staff jumping all over me. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it's we're not gonna bum rush you. And
I think that is such an important thing, because here's the thing. Looking at it online is one thing. Getting in the car and driving over to the lot and getting out of your car and really looking at something up close and maybe reading the sticker for a little bit is another thing.
right.
But to not have, somebody right there, on top of you.
Right, and
is
we'll come out.
nice.
We'll come out and say hi to you, and if you have any questions, you say no. I'm just looking.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I can look with you,
Right.
or I can hand you my card, and you can let me know
Yeah,
if you have any questions.
And you
I mean,
might have questions.
yeah,
Right.
like I said, it's no pressure, and it's transparency. It's
Yeah.
really the two things that we pride ourselves on.
We want that, man. Everybody wants transparency. I'm not sure if we have Chris with us. Chris, are you there? Nope. Not there. He must be busy. Yeah, I know.
He's not gonna get away with this.
Well, he's, and he, on the Mazda side, on the other side of the wall there, oh, my
Yes.
God. I mean,
It's like two different worlds,
It's-
stepping in Volkswagen and the Mazda.
it really is. But, man, the luxury in both of these makes are just incredible, man.
Yeah, it's literally like one side. You walk in the Volkswagen side, it's like Germany, and you go on the Mazda side, it's Japan.
Do you guys ever get a little competitive? I got this. Well, I got this. He's got he's got the lift there where he can put a car.
Yep, the jewel box.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, the jewel box.
What the hell is that all about? That's like serious
Yeah,
showcasing.
that's pretty cool. I mean,
it is pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, he's got me there. I don't have anything cool like that.
Yeah.
But it's a statement piece. I mean, you drive by from the road and you can see the car.
Lifted.
Yep.
In the air.
Yep. And then you come in, you can walk underneath it, get an idea of what it looks like underneath the car.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm just so impressed. I know a lot of time has passed since my mom's 78, 79 Mazda with the red vinyl seats. But man, it's like when I roll onto that lot and I just drive around and see some of the models, I am so blown away. It's really, really impressive. What do you don't have the jewel box
No.
over on your side, but what do you have that makes Chris Olsen maybe a little envious?
Ooh. Well, we have our alignment pre-check system.
Well, that's what I was wondering if you were going to go there.
Yeah. He's got his service drive, but he doesn't have one quite like mine. So it's just a little competitive banter. That's all it is.
Tell me about this thing, man. I mean, the first day I went over there, you gave me a tour, a walkthrough of everything, and I was literally speechless on that.
Yeah. So it's we have our service drive. You pull right up, and door comes up as soon as you pull up to the door, and you won't even know it. But as you drive into the service bay, you're actually getting an alignment pre-check in real time. And by the time you walk in to see Ray or they come out and greet you, they're going to have a sheet of paper that will tell you the status of the alignment on your vehicle.
What's this thing, like $500?
The unit?
Yeah.
That's a good start. It's a lot. That's not a drop in the bucket.
This is some serious technology, man.
Yeah, it's the pre-check system itself was well into the tens of thousands of dollars.
I'm sure.
No, over the 50s of thousands of
I'm
dollars.
sure. But it's like super high tech, and as you said, it's checking your alignment as you're pulling in.
Yeah.
So you're going to know as the car owner, you're going to know
Right, and we give you a copy of it, and actually in real time too, as you drive through, it takes about 70 pictures all the way around your vehicle.
Wow.
So that you can see if there's any damages, things, scratches, dents.
Yeah.
You might not notice. So,
Listen, every single year at this time, Jason, I complain about the potholes. It's not just the potholes; it's the frost heaves. It's the back of my head slapping up against my seat. Oh, you got him?
no, he wants you to call this number.
Oh, all right.
I gave him enough crap.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
You gonna
Yeah, he's not slipping out of this.
Are you gonna continue to give him crap today?
I like to keep him honest.
Oh. All right. Let's see if we can reach him. And here's another thing: is I want to get with you guys over there and just sit down and have a conversation about this in each of your dealerships right there.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. I hit I hit potholes almost every day. I hit some frost heaves that are just I think I may have caught some air.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
They're not.
it's unbelievable.
They're
But-
not like potholes or like pot talents. They're
my
so big around.
God, man, and it just seems like it gets worse every year, and it definitely seems like it's like this is the worst. I would like to come over there, and maybe we'll bring Cam along and have him shoot the whole thing. But I would like to come over there and give our listeners kind of a snapshot of what it's like
Yeah.
to pull into the bay,
Yeah.
and to have you guys get a good look at my alignment
Yeah.
and tell me right off,
Mhm.
because I hit one not long ago that
Surprised you didn't lose a wheel.
man. Listen, when you hit something so bad that it throws you into neutral, and all of the shit on your dashboard lands up on your lap,
Uh huh.
and you need to pull over
Yeah.
immediately afterwards.
And you go from the front seat to the back seat.
Oh my God! I'm not kidding. My hat was like this after I pulled right over, and I was like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's it. That's definitely a flat tire. Chris, you with us?
Yes, I am.
Hey, we got him with us.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Can only dodge a bullet for so long.
were you sleeping?
Was I sleeping? No, sir. No, sir.
Listen, man, you've got the jewel box, but your cohort here, he's got the service bay with the alignment station, man. What do you say?
Well, I mean, we share the alignment station.
Oh,
No, he's got the roll. He's got the roll through alignment. I know. They get all the fancy stuff.
didn't know that.
I have to have something. You got to give me something.
Yeah. Chris, how long have you been doing this? And I know you're over in Burlington. Tell me a little bit about what's going on in Burlington.
Yeah, Burlington's. Well, I mean, it's the same at both stores. You know, I mean, I've been the Mazda general manager since we opened up here, about 5 years. So actually 5 years and 3 months.
Okay.
6 months. So, but you know, we've got a lot going on. There's, you know, on the sales end, we've got great APR rates, and we have a whole bunch of zero down leases that are on really premium cars. So, it's, you know, there's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on with Mazda. There's always a lot going on with both stores. You know, it's two great brands down there. So
Yeah, I was just saying to Jason that, you know, if you have in your mind, and I think you and I have had this conversation too, if you have in your mind that the Mazda is like the Mazda that my mom had in the late 70s, you are sorely mistaken, because this is a luxury vehicle now.
you're completely missing out if that's what you think Mazda is nowadays. I mean, the fit and finish, it's not just I say that, and of course, we're always a little bit biased when we live, eat, and breathe these things, but the fit and finish, you look at any of the reviews, the fit and finish on these cars is really second to none. They compare it to cars like Lexus and BMW and Volvo, and they don't compare the fit and finish to a Toyota or a Hyundai or a Kia. It's a completely different car than what we were accustomed to back in the 70s, 80s, and the dark days when Ford kind of owned part of them. So,
are you guys having? Do you have any? Because I'm getting asked here, any comments or concern or reaction or anything, and I ask both of you this about the tariffs and how that may or may not affect the automobile industry.
Yeah, I'll jump in on that. I without being too political, at all, I think the tariffs are going to be some of those things that affect us in a lot of ways, not just cars. There's a really, really strong trade agreement. The last one that they signed that the current administration went back to that trade agreement. And I think there's going to be a lot of encouragement to bring some plants to America. Volkswagen's done it already. Mazda's done it already. So I think we'll see that encouragement continue, and we may see, minor price increases or supply chain blips, but this is something that all the manufacturers have prepared for. All maybe except for the domestics, because they're based in America. They didn't see it coming against them.
Sure.
But all of these imports, that's why we're all building plants in America, and we're doing the things to bring jobs back to America, and and continue to build great cars.
Yeah. Got a comment here. No one makes full-size sedans anymore. It's really disappointing. Do either of you have any reaction to that?
I mean, we have the Jetta. I mean, it's not full size, but I think if you haven't gone and looked at one, it's not the Jetta that you probably looked at back in 2015 or 2013. Right. I mean, it's elongated. It's got plenty of leg room. I mean, I think if you haven't looked at it, you're not doing yourself the justice. So I think we do have a car in the Jetta that you could make do with.
Chris, you got anything on that?
We don't have a full size sedan. We're smaller. Obviously we're a smaller manufacturer than our Volkswagen neighbors. There's as much as I like them. We've owned three bigger sedans in my household up until 5-6 years ago, and there's just not a demand for them. The Mazda 6 was a beautiful car. I was waiting for the new one, and there's just not a demand for them. There are those stalwarts that want them, and I understand that. It's just there's not a big enough demand for that.
Right.
The Jetta is a great example of a great car that sort of fits in the middle.
What are some of the models that are so popular right now for the Mazdas?
Oh, the CX-50 and the CX-90/70 I'm shocked at how fast they sell. The CX-50 is made in America. It's a gorgeous car, drives gorgeous, has some utility to it. And then the CX-90 is the 3-row SUV. The 70 is the 2-row, same size but only 2 rows. They have, in less than a year, they have sold more of these 3-row SUVs than Mazda sold 3-row SUVs the previous 3 years combined.
Wow.
So it's a great, great car.
I was just over at the lot a few days ago and looking at one of I think it was a 90. Absolutely amazing. The leather, just beautiful luxury.
Yeah. And it's $20,000 less than comparable SUVs.
Isn't that something?
So,
and
yes.
you guys have some pre-owned inventory. I think you had a CX-70 that I don't even know if it's still available, but is there any pre-owned inventory that you guys are like, look, man, get over here, test drive this thing. It's probably not going to last. Anything off the top of your head you want to mention?
Jason, don't we have 47 pre-owned cars?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
And
we still have some going through the shop too.
Yeah, and there's no such thing as a pre-owned car factory. So, there's just one of them of all of them. I can't replicate that. I can't just go get another blue CX-5 or another. I think you guys don't you have we have a Volkswagen Golf R pre-owned.
Yeah.
Like you never see that. Like I don't know. It's kind of been snowing, bad weather, so I get it. People haven't seen it, but I hope my son doesn't see that car.
Yeah. We actually had to rearrange our whole front lot because our pre-owned inventory has grown so much with the success of both the stores recently that we're actually making that predominantly a used lot with just some new cars in it, as opposed to vice versa, what it was.
Amazing. And Chris, you're running back and forth. You're headed from Burlington to Montpelier all the time, right?
Yeah. I mean, we've got great staff in both locations. They both, what you see in one store, you should see in the other store. So, I just like to be in the stores a lot, so I do run back and forth. But me and my little dog, we go back and forth and help out where we can and try to stay out of their way most of the time.
So what's the deal with Poppy? Is he's the he's the Mazda mascot? Is that right?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. He's about a year-old rescue Chihuahua Jack Russell mix, and as you know, our Super Group as a whole, we support those Vermont rescue organizations for canines, for Love of Dogs Vermont, right? They're going to be down in Montpelier in a couple months.
Yep.
With an adoption event, so we're just as dog friendly as you'll find anywhere. So
how was that adoption event that you guys just did?
The one in South Burlington was enormous. They brought 8 dogs
success.
and we adopted 6 of them.
8 dogs and they adopted 6?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a huge success.
That's incredible. I got to be honest with you, though. Maeve's a little sensitive. And, we don't want to have Poppy stealing too much thunder when he comes from Burlington over to Montpelier, all right? Because Maeve is kind of running the show over there. I'm just saying like together. It is, buddy. I mean, this is a fact here.
You should see them play together, and you watch Maeve, and you know who's the boss.
Yeah, yeah.
So
she's a lot.
So who is Maeve, Jason? Maeve is I almost died when I walked in there and saw Maeve.
So Maeve is my 9-month-old French bulldog. We got her early last summer from Barkley Hill Frenchies, and she's a unit.
Yeah,
she's our own mascot. She comes to work whenever my life lets me take her.
Yeah. Wow.
So she'll actually be at work tomorrow because Wednesdays Chris is down in Mazda and she gets to play with her friends down there. So
I want you guys to just take a minute here. It doesn't matter who goes first, and give some love to your team members, because one of the things that I am constantly seeing on both of your Facebook pages is that you guys give great kudos to your team, to your staff members that go above and beyond, and they work so hard. And you also do a great job showcasing people's lives changing when they come in and they've got a vehicle that is a total life changer for them, that something that's reliable, that's safe, that they are so excited about, and you show that right on your social media. But your team members are fantastic. and it's not just the Dave show over at Volkswagen, but yeah, go ahead, give some love to him.
Yeah, I mean, without everybody there, I mean, Chris nor I would be able to do what we do or have the success that either of these stores have had. I mean, I think we're on the same wavelength there. You can't do it with one person. It really takes a village. I mean, it might sound old and corny, but it really does. I mean, and to have everybody on my side, and I know it's the same on Mazda's side, everybody pulling in the same direction, that wants to come to work, that wants to do the right thing, that wants to just help people. I mean, you don't find that very often, and it's refreshing to see. And I couldn't thank Josh, my sales manager. I got Dave in sales, Chris in sales, Connor in sales, Rick in sales, and everybody in the service department, from Dennis, the service manager, all the way down to Ray, the assistant service manager. Kim, we just hired as a new advisor. Even my shuttle driver, Rod. I mean, and all the technicians out back. I mean, they come in, they're committed, and they just want to do more and do better every day. So you don't find that very often.
Chris, what say you?
Well, I mean, Jason's absolutely right. I mean, it takes a village. Everybody has to be moving in the same direction, and the guys out back and the girls out back that the service department don't get a lot of face time with everybody, but on both sides, but really on the Mazda side, because that's what I'm most familiar with JJ and Patrick, Brandon and CJ. Those are our 4 technicians out back, and Kristen and Rusty in the service department. They do the hard work every day to keep everything moving, keep everybody on the road.
Hardest job in the building.
It's the hardest. Yeah, it's the hardest job in the building. And then of course we have all of the sales reps are really kind of new to Mazda, but they pick this up real quick and they learn the product. We've got a couple people with a little bit of experience and 2 others that are new with Paula and Hendrich have been around a little while, and then Callie and Bailey is our newest. They're our 2 newest, and they move along, and they're led by Derek, our sales manager, and we've got Stephanie, who does double duty. She's the only person that does double duty between both stores.
Yeah.
So,
are either of you hiring?
I think right now, at this point in time, I think I'm not at this time, but it doesn't. I never tell somebody not to come down and drop off an application or a resume.
Yeah.
I mean, because things can change.
Sure.
Any day.
Sure. Chris, what about you?
Yeah, we aren't at the moment. It's the Mazda piece is really it's smaller than the Volkswagen side, so it's just growing little by little. We did just install some new workstations, spent a bunch of money on a brand new building, and then spent another bunch of money installing new workstations.
Yep.
I hope that we'll need some people come summer or the end of summer, and as we keep growing. But there's again, just like Jason said, we want to see people that are willing to work, willing to learn. So I wouldn't dissuade that for somebody to coming in and inquiring, so we can meet you and see what the plans will check out later down the road.
I was over there one day, and you guys were smoking a couple of turkeys for your staff, and you had this huge table.
Can't.
Now wait.
Yeah, we didn't give the guy who probably deserves the most kudos in the store.
There's probably the unsung hero in the building.
He's the glue.
We didn't mention. He's kind of like the center point of everything, and that's the guy that was taking and smoking these turkeys.
Yeah.
And that's Kent. I actually don't know what Kent's title is. He's a jack of all trades. He's the hub of the spokes. So yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up because
Wait a second. Jason told me that it was his smoker and that he was doing all this. He was getting all of it.
He could tell you that all he wants.
But you guys, I was like, damn. I want to work here, man. You guys got this like 50-foot long table. You've got the whole spread, the pies, the turkey, the everything. I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, we did that for Thanksgiving. Just one thing we like to do. We like to show everybody that works for us how appreciated they are, because I think sometimes that gets lost, and a lot of people just expect it. And
sure.
I don't think that some of the guys in the shop are really, they get told how good of a job they're doing when it really should be on a daily basis. But life happens, so we like to show everybody how much we appreciate them. If it's just having a big lunch, sitting down, talking to each other, you know, taking a minute to step away from the work life, even though you're still at work, and just
be a human.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. This past Christmas and holiday season, you guys really pulled out all the stops. You had a huge Christmas party at both dealerships. You had Santa Claus, who kind of looks like one of your sales guys. I'm just saying there's some resemblance there. That's all I'm saying.
It might be a distant cousin.
Could be. But, you had the elves running around. One of the elves looked remarkably like Chris Olsen. Just saying.
Buddy.
Except for the ears.
Listen. Let's be careful. We don't talk about some of these things.
But you guys love what you do. You love being part of the community and having community events and just welcoming people to come through your doors, whether they're in the market for buying a new car or not. And I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's you even had. During our trunk or treat event, you had me and Chris walking around dressed as Dumb and Dumber. So I mean, in the full dress to the nines. So,
right.
I mean, it's and Chris and I both share the same idea that we can't do what we do without the community. So anyway, that we're constantly looking for ways that we can give back to the community, be it big or small, just to let people know that we're here and that we don't just want to sell your car. We actually care about the community, and we want to put the community first, because that's where our roots are. Is something that we're always willing to do.
Sure. I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you do for our community. And, Chris, Jason said the word transparency several times this morning. That's what I love about you guys, both sides of that wall. You guys are a transparent, well-oiled machine, and you're honest and straightforward, and you just say it like it is. And that's you say high performance, low pressure, home of the big deal. But there's a lot more than just that. It's just honesty, transparency, relationships. That's what is going to keep you afloat.
Yeah, you can't say it any better than that. I mean, and there's a lot of places I'll talk about transparency, but it's complicated as everybody makes it out to be. It's really a simple business. Just treat people right. Just treat, there's that old treat people how you like to be treated. Yeah. And I mean, it's still true. It's so true. And if you don't, if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to treat people like that, this is not the place for you. And our customers come first. And, bad things happen. Things go wrong. Things break. Things happen. And, you just got to do everything we can to make everything right. And in the end of the day, treat people like you'd like to be treated yourself. So.
Well, listen, I'm going to be over test driving something soon on the Volkswagen side and the Mazda side. I would love to bring Cam with me, and to bring not just Cam, but bring all of our viewers with me so they can experience what I'm experiencing. And I look forward to doing that. I also look forward to getting that alignment done, which I'm just so intrigued by. It's got to happen. And I'll be over there soon. And hopefully Cam will be part of that too.
Just let us know. I'll make sure Cam's there. So.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. 1189 US Route 2 in Berlin, just past the roundabout. Yeah, you can't miss it. Info at MontpelierVolkswagen.com or info at MontpelierMazda.com. All part of the Autosaver Group, home of the best price, period. Yep. Love you guys and appreciate everything that you do for our community and, of course, your sponsorship here of the Aired Out Podcast. Thanks for all your time, Chris.
Hey, thank you, JD. JD, thank you for what you do for the community, okay?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, brother. We'll be in touch soon. I know you got to jump back, and thanks for coming on with us.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You got it. Yeah. Is it fun working with him?
Oh, it's a blast.
Yeah.
It's like a father-son kind of thing.
Is it really?
He hates him. I'm like the son he never wanted, but now he's stuck with me. So
I love it. I love it. You guys got some really, really impressive stuff. On your lot. You got, and like you kept saying, man, and it's so true, you got something for everybody. I love that.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely what we thought this store would be when we opened the new store and more. I mean, the way that the community's responded, come out and even if they didn't buy something, just come and look at the new store. I mean, and just changes the whole perception of what the brand is and what the dealership is. You see all the new faces, you see everybody smiling, you see everybody having fun. I mean, it's refreshing, it really is.
Yeah. I'd like to come in and have some cuddle time with Maeve if I can. Can I lay right down on the floor and
No, yeah, she'll jump right up on your lap and she
love up?
No, bad.
No, does Maeve do the
Oh yeah, big time.
Really?
She likes that. Oh yeah. You'll hear her before you see her sometimes.
It's got to be distracting. I wouldn't be able to get any work done. I'd be constantly talking to Maeve. Any charge for coming in to see Maeve? Is that free?
No cover.
Okay.
No cover. She does it just for the pets.
Bring the whole family.
Yeah, bring them all.
All right. Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming in, man.
No problem. Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
Next time we do this, we're going to be sharing a vehicle.
Yep.
Cam's going to be with us.
Yep.
I want to show everyone this amazing technology with this alignment in the service bay, this alignment computer system. Incredible. I'm telling you, folks.
Yeah, 100%. We'll set it up soon and make sure that
wait till you see it.
Give everybody an idea of what it looks like so you can come in and get your own.
Can't wait. Thank you, brother.
Right. Thank
you so much, man. I know you guys are busy as hell, and I appreciate you coming in here.
Anytime.
You got it, buddy. Over and out.